Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, and then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today, we're talking about a super important, pragmatic topic: problems in productivity. What is the connection between problems and how we can actually monetize problems, make them more productive, make problems be a thing that can actually be doorways to our own productivity? So we have a really interesting and powerful show today. If you are new, please go to productivethroughjoy.com. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. Here at the 445 Productive Through Joy show, and have a powerful program. So go and see about us. All right. Thanks for being here. So again, for those of you who are new, allow me to say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I am the author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month. Pick them books. Film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people caught my people, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown, of course, was murdered, and the conflagration that ensued happened there as well. I am also the current president of the board of the World Stage, a 501c3 nonprofit here in Los Angeles, which offers amazing jazz and literature-based workshops, performances, amazing nonprofit here in LA. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. I'm currently a professor of English literature at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. I'm an expert at being productive. Oh, I should also say that I think I mentioned Americas, which is my current book. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical, not historical, but New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was again a Today Show. I think I mentioned all this before. I wanted to mention about Americus, my new novel, because I am on a book tour, so I'm probably coming to a town near you. I'll be posting situations, but I'll be on July 21st at the Avenue 50 Gallery here in Los Angeles. In the fall, I'll be in Pasadena, but I'll be posting those things. So look for that. But that book is available in bookstores everywhere. Please pick that up and see me in person when I come to the town near you. All right. But now we're talking about productivity and problems. All right. In the morning show, we like to also touch on the idea that it's important to frame your day before your day has a chance to frame you. At times, we wake up with trouble on our mind, and that trouble can move us towards a space where we are not as productive because we're thinking about the past or the impending future, and we can carry that trouble throughout our day back into our sleep state, dream about it at night, wake up once again, stress the hell out, and that key word is stress. When we are feeling troubled, stress has a way of tethering itself to us, and as we know through modern science and modern medicine primarily, that stress is a killer. It can literally carve years off your life and also just take you out of your life, meaning make you dead, not good. All right, so we help people deal in a very pragmatic way with stress because that's most people. If you have a profession or a job, especially if you are a non-traditional person, if you're on your own business like many of us are, who follow this show, if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to have a lot of problems. I mean, that's what it is. Although we look at problems as doorways to opportunities because you're creating your own life, but it can be super stressful because you're the boss. You have to make the payroll, you have to get the insurance, you got to deal with the lawsuits, it falls on you. Literally, the buck stops with you. So, and listen, that's just what it is. But many people we find in our line of work don't handle this well. They tend to medicate, especially men, medicate on alcohol. That's what many entrepreneurs do. If you know them, you know they are heavy drinkers. That's just a very typical, in our experience, a very typical personality trait. And many people drink in the ways that are not healthy, but in my experience, just seeing lots of entrepreneurs, that's a problem. Anyway, so we don't recommend 8 Ball. We don't recommend Jack Daniels. We don't recommend Jägermeister as a way to handle your problems. We recommend something much different, and we root it in ritual. Let me clear my throat. Ritual can be defined. Pardon me. Let me clear my throat. Ritual can be defined as doing the same thing at around the same time. So let me give you my brief morning ritual. In the mornings, I wake up at 3:30. I read a few spiritual indoor business books. I do our show now at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel at 5. I work on my current novel until sunrise. At sunrise, I go out to the beach. I live here along the coast here in Venice Beach, California. So I bring my drum, I meditate, I pray, I do yoga. I come back, work on my book a while longer, and then go back to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier, run all the way back to my gym. Here goes the gym in Venice. So guys, by 10:30, I'm feeling amazing. My body is being flooded with endorphins, and that endorphin release gives me a sense of euphoria that I can then leverage to move me towards my goals and objectives. We are not saying do what I do. We're saying do what you do, that you may be able to maximize your productivity. So, for example, I'm reading 3 great books now. I'm reading a book as part of my morning reading. I'm reading a book called Owning the Moment, which is a book about just the way it sounds, owning the moment. I'm reading a book called The Nag Hammadi Reader, which is a book kind of about ancient Gnostic spiritual writings from the 2nd, 1st, and 3rd century. That book's powerful. I'm also reading a really amazing book called Cash in a Flash, and that book is it's a combination of spirituality and entrepreneurial strategies. This book is one of the best books I've ever read because it combines my interests, spirituality, and entrepreneurial strategies. So this book can change your life, guaranteed. Anyway, from these 3 books, I extract some wisdom, which I call the morning chant. Today's morning chant is, as a meditating natural mystic, I am grateful that my problems are doorways to my abundance, and grateful the solutions are inside me. So I think about that idea, I contemplate it, and I also create the morning and afternoon shows based upon this particular morning chant. So today we're talking about problems. If you know the show well, you know that we at times return to similar themes and approach them in different ways. So today we are returning to the ideal of problems. Okay, so again, go to productivethroughjoy.com. Have me come out, speak to your group, school, organization. Thanks for being here. Let's start. So point 1 is you want to look at problems as doorways to your abundance. It's just changing your mindset. A lot of times we bemoan our problems. We feel sad. It's fine to initially go through that. I've got a lot of problems. It's okay. You feel sorry for yourself. You think, why me? I'm a good person. I do all these things. Why me? Why me? That's totally normal. But you don't want to stay in that space. You want to rethink your mindset. Because for many of us, as we glance back in our lives, we recognize that when we have problems, that problem initiated action that brought skill sets heretofore that have been unmanifested, unused, and we use those skill sets to get through, all right, our problem, or make that problem something else that was working for us, which goes into point 2. Once you change your mindset about the problem can begin to really serve you. Listen, problems can serve you. I see that so much in my own life and the lives of the people I know. Just know that. And point 3 is that once you are allowing your problems to serve you, you can do that, and the process involves you going inside yourself and asking, I'll just call it the universe, asking God, how can this problem serve me? How can this problem help me lead me to abundance? How can this problem help my family? And we believe and know that the answer literally is you. The answer is inside of you. And as you bring those types of questions into your consciousness at night, in the morning, listen, the answers come. I know it sounds a little mystical, but I'm mystic, and this is real talk. Reach out to us. I know it sounds a little crazy to some of us, but reach out. Let us show you how we get it done for you. Boom, goes the dynamite. That's it for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early at 4:45 a.m. and then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook. Thanks for being here at the 4:45 Productive Through Joy show. Peace and blessings.